Hey y'all. Yeah, once again, I'm just going back and reflecting on some previous choices that I made in my life, and I'm not even gonna lie. I think smoking quite literally was like the worst shit that I could have literally ever fucking done like in my entire fucking life. And I'm just like literally irritated about it. But you live, you learn. I lived and I learned, and like I'm here today, and I don't engage in that anymore. But I'm just really sitting here like, wow, what the actual fuck? Like, it really was a before and after. Like, before I was smoking, I literally was just this ball of joy, and then, I started smoking, and then, adulthood, I just got very anxious and paranoid, and look at what the hell it got me. And on top of that, that shit is unnecessarily expensive. Oh my God. I'm so glad I don't fucking smoke no more. I just remember just spending all that fucking money on weed. What the hell? That should be so irritating when like you feel like you ain't got no money, but like you definitely got the money to spend that weed to buy that fucking weed. It'd be like, bro, what the fuck? But I'm just glad that like it took a couple times, but once I actually did get to that point, I said I'm not doing this no more. And it's been, I said last year, I actually stopped 2 years ago, and I quite literally like I stood 10 toes down this time. I said, oh, I'm literally not doing this again. And I literally did not do it again because I'm like, this shit is literally a cycle. I literally just made a video on this literally 5 minutes ago. But I'm like, really trying to go through this because I'm like, damn, that was a little bit too much. Like that whole period of life was a little bit too much. And plus, life really does get fun. So life does get more interesting once you stop smoking. I put it like that. Like obviously, it's fun when you high or whatever, and like when you not high, you gotta face life and reality and your feelings and yourself and everything else you gotta go through. But like for the most part, I can say it really is more fun. You have more clarity and more energy to do different things when you're not like a fucking high ass fucking lazy ass bitch all day. Like, oh my God, I don't miss that. Like, weed really do be getting you comfortable with being lazy. Or like, I remember I was lying to myself, yeah, I'm so much more productive when I'm high. Lying ass motherfucker, who are you lying to? Because it's you. You're literally lying to you. That's literally who I was lying to. Because I'm like, I remember one day I was like, yeah, I'm finna watch this fucking documentary on Rome because I literally love Roman history. Baby, I fucking smoked. Baby, I was on YouTube watching everything but that documentary, and I actually put it on and turned it off. Like, yeah, I'm glad I just don't do it no more, honestly. But I'm also glad that, like, for the most part, the people around me, when I tell them that I don't smoke, they just be like, okay. Like, and I don't really mind people smoking in front of me, because, like, that's not that's not their problem. Like, yeah, honestly. And if I don't want nobody to smoke around me, I'm just simply not gonna go around them. But for the most part, like, yeah, people just respect it. Do you smoke? No? Okay, that's more weed for them. But I do remember the other day I was with my friend, her boyfriend was like, Dale, Dale. I'm like, I'm not going to be hitting that twice. Like, no. Luckily she was like, no, no. Little stuff like that. But you do need to be like very mentally strong if you're gonna choose to be around people that partake in them things, because it's very easy to slip back into. But luckily, I knew that like it literally is going to. I'm going to literally become crazy, and like nobody's gonna have a good time if I smoke. Honestly, so it's just best for me to just not engage with the activities. But for the most part, I be minding my business, but I just don't miss. I just feel like I have residual like anxiety and depression. Like I really do genuinely think weed made me depressed. It actually did not do the opposite. Like it made me depressed and it made me anxious. I quite literally was not depressed nor anxious before I smoked. Literally. And I literally started becoming both of those things when I started smoking. Now, that also was when I was crossing from high school into college, and that for this that switch for some reason once you become an adult, that is depressing. But I think the weed just actually really made it worse. I'm not gonna lie, and it went downhill. But yeah, I don't. Like I said, I don't really miss it. I really don't. Life really is fun. Like when you just be I don't know. I be enjoying this sober. I need to let go of Little Miss Alcohol. I'm not even gonna lie. We can talk about that. Yeah, let's talk about it. Yeah, basically, I was an alcoholic. It definitely. I'm so glad that it stopped when it did, because it most definitely was going to get worse. But I don't even remember when I started drinking. Once again, it was in high school, but like it picked up in college. And be careful what you tell yourself. Like seriously, like be careful the words that you speak over to you, because for some reason, like the years leading up to when I was turning 21, I told myself over and over again, when I turn 21, I'm going to ruin my life. And when I turn 21, I'm going to ruin my life. When I turned 21 and I could legally buy alcohol, that's that is exactly what the fuck I did. It was so fucking bad. Bitches, mind you, I have my own car. I was going to like seven different, not even seven, like just different stores, because like I was literally buying so much fucking alcohol. Like it was insane. And then on top of that, I'm a bitch that don't give a fuck. I listen, I said if I got the money for gas, I hate being at home. I'ma drive as far as I need to, which made it worse, because I'm like, I'm literally finna go. Don't mind going from fucking Phoenix to Avondale just to go to a liquor store, like literally. So it was so bad. Like, oh my God, I was drinking too fucking much. I definitely was alcoholic. I don't really think about that period too much, but you know, I'm going through all of the shit that I've been through in the last couple of years, so I'm not gonna act like it didn't exist, because like I said, that alcoholic period definitely did bring me here too. But I gotta keep my eye out for that bitch in particular, because I've been drinking a little bit too much for comfort recently. And then I did just have another, you know, no, we not embarrassed around here. We living. I did just have another blackout moment the other day, and I'm just like, ooh, that is so embarrassing, literally. And I'm like, ooh, we need to tone it down for the most part. But one thing I am proud of myself is I made a promise to myself. I said I would never allow alcohol in my house. That's my one thing, because it will go downhill if the alcohol is in my house. If you can leave, luckily I'm cheap. I don't like buying shit like that no more. I'm not the bitch to go buy alcohol in a bar, especially a club that's too fucking expensive. Absolutely not. So I know as long as I'm not buying bottles and bringing it in the house, it's literally not. And I've had that test so many times. I remember went out with a friend. We got some Four Locos. She dropped me back off. I had the Four Loco in my hand right outside my front door. I had two options: break my promise or pour that shit out. I took a little sip, poured that shit out, and went inside my house. And literally just the other day, that was actually last night. I was drinking with my friend outside my door, literally had a bottle of wine, and then you know how I got sad about the situation I was going through. I was gonna take that wine in the house and just drink it alone. I said nope, and I gave it to him. He took it, and yeah, that is my one promise I made to myself. I said I don't give a fuck how bad it might get, or you keep your motherfucking, or if you stay, keep this fucking substance under control. But bitch, one thing I will not do is bring that shit in my house again. Literally, that's once I walk through that door, it's gonna be so fucking hard to close. I'm gonna have to literally move to close that door. And that's so interesting. One thing that I've learned is that if you want to really break a habit, you need to break every single thing that leads you there, if that makes sense. So if it's just like you got a bad job that's causing you to drink, or yeah, I think of it like a dance routine. Like if you're used to doing 1, 2, 3, 4, if you take that first step, your brain is gonna want to finish it. If you take a step in the opposite direction, it's gonna be hard. Basically, what I'm saying is that I learned that sometimes you gotta do dramatic. You have to make drastic decisions and drastic changes to really break a bad habit. And one thing that I've learned is that sometimes you have to move. You literally either have to leave a situation, leave a job, leave a city, and quite literally get a new start, because you're not gonna have that fucking, you're not gonna be taking that step. You're just doing something different, completely different. So I'm like, if something's going on ahead, bitch, I will move. Like literally. Like I've literally broken so many habits like that. Luckily, because I'm in my Airbnb era, but so I can do that, but I don't know. Life is interesting.